Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's cacao ceremony. Today we are working with the element of fire. And fire holds so much wisdom and so much healing potential. I'll guide you through a few thoughts, a few of the concepts that are the archetypal ideas around fire in the Mayan culture and a few of the other shamanic cultures that I've worked with and trained in as we run through the beginning of our ceremony. And then I'm going to lead you into an experience with the gongs where you can connect with the spirit of fire and you can discover your own connection with fire and the message that fire might have for you. This is a journey that I've done for myself, and I am very excited to share it with you. I don't like saying that it's my favorite, but it kind of is because I'm a fire spirit myself. I'm an Aries. If you look at the zodiac, I'm a fire sign, and I feel like I get the spirit of fire maybe a little bit more than the other five elements. I understand it. I feel the fire element within me. But also that can lead to the potential to burn out sometimes because I can get too fiery and then I can burn out if I forget to feed myself, if I get to nurture myself as well. So it'll be interesting to hear what your perceptions are of working with the fire element and how you perceive it. So let's run through the process that we're going to go through today. So this is a cacao ceremony, but absolutely fine to not work with cacao if cacao doesn't suit you for any reason. Some people are allergic to it or they just don't tolerate it very well. It is a strong medicine. So I would like it if those of you who are drinking cacao, that you've got your cacao ready, that you've got your space ready so that you can relax. Now we are going to be cleansing our energy field together. We'll be calling in the sacred directions together. And then I will be leading you on a shamanic journey with my voice and with the gongs assisting to help us to get into the right state of consciousness to experience our connection to the spirit of fire in a shamanic way. And then when we come back, we will have the opportunity to ground that information, journal it, draw it, express it in some way in physical form if you can, because that will really help you later to reflect on it. I reflected on this journey. I did this journey a little while ago, last new moon, so that I was ready to give it to you this new moon. And just reflecting on it again this morning before I held this ceremony really helped me to remember the lessons and the teachings. And it always blows me away how much information comes through. If only I could remember it every day. So it is a good idea to have those notes available to help you. Those teachings are only useful if we integrate them and reflect on them. Okay, so let's begin by smudging our energy field, calling in the 7 directions, and then I will guide you through the process as you drink your cacao as to how we proceed to actually create the shamanic journey within your imagination space. Okay, so to cleanse our energy field, because we are working online and I'm not able to smudge you live, we're going to use our hands and we're going to use a Mayan technique called cleansing the Pokpo. So the Pokpo is the word they use for the energy field that's around us, the aura. And so if you take your hands and you put them in front of your heart, and then you can allow the heart chakra to open. Imagine that it's opening up like a portal or a door or window, and the love and the light from your own heart space is pouring into your hands. So let's do that together now, and imagine that we're filling up our hands with love and with light, and then we gather that energy, we take it up over our heads, and we open our arms up to the universe. So we're sending the entire universe our love and our light, and we also are welcoming the love and light of the universe in. And the universe showers us with love and light, and it fills up these arms like they're a giant goblet. And now we pour that energy all the way over the outside of our energy field, all the way down to the ground. The outer energy field is the protection that we have. So anybody that's thrown anything negative towards you, or you've been in negative spaces, heavy energy spaces, where it irritated you, we're just grounding that energy. We give it to Mother Earth. So I like to touch Mother Earth. If you can't reach Mother Earth, maybe you've got a back issue or you're just in the wrong space, you can shake your hands, stamp your feet a little bit, give that energy to the earth and thank Mother Earth for digesting it for you, for taking it off you, composting it. She is a powerful sorceress. She can turn carbon deposits into diamonds. So trust her to take this energy and turn it into something valuable again. Okay, so next we're going to do the middle layer, which is our emotions. So sometimes things get in and they activate emotions, which can be heavy or sticky, like anger or grief or sadness. So let's cleanse that area. Again, pouring love and light from our heart, into our hands. And let's scoop that energy up over the top of our heads, opening up, gifting this energy to the universe, showering the universe with love and light, and then inviting the universe to shower us with its love and light. Allowing that love and light to fill up our arms like they're a giant goblet and gather that energy and bring it all the way through the emotional layer of the energy field, cleansing away any sticky energies that we don't want in our field anymore, giving them to Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother. Shaking your hands, stamping your feet a little bit to finish off the process. Now we're going to do the last layer, which is the physical body. The physical body is also made of energy, so let's give it a good clean. So let's open up that heart chakra again, pouring love and light into that hand space, scooping it up, offering it up to the universe, sending our love and our light into the space around us, and now allowing the universe to shower us with love and light. Let's draw that energy down all the way through our physical body, all the way through the chakras, all the way through the meridians, all the way down through every cell of the body and into the ground, giving it to Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother Earth. Stamping your feet, shaking your hands. So now our energy is clean and we will be in the best position possible to travel into the shamanic realms. Now, the next thing we want to do is call in the directions. So if you have your cup of cacao ready to go, and this is my lovely new cacao cup, I'm very excited to share. So I've had my cacao ready, so I can be in a good position to lead this ceremony. So I've got the right energy, the right vibration, and I'll be holding my cacao cup and offering my cacao as I go around the circle to create the ceremony for you. So hold your cacao cup too. If you know where your directions are, east, west, north, south, that's great. You can face the directions as we tune into them. If you don't know where your directions are, don't worry. They don't care. They know where they are. So just tune into them intellectually and thank them as we tune in and we invite them to join us in ceremony as our witnesses, as our guides, as our protectors. Okay, so first I'm going to face the east, which is actually the place where fire lives as an element in the Mayan system of the medicine wheel. So as I face the east, I will be turning my back to you and I hold my cacao cup up to the east. And we invite in the beloved spirits of the east, the fire, the rising sun, the dawn, the new beginning. We welcome you to our ceremony today, and we welcome the spirit of eagle who helps us to fly high and see with eagle eyes into the space, to take our prayers, to take our dreams all the way up into the ether so that we can bring these dreams back into manifest in our physical reality. Beloved ones, we welcome you. Oh. Now I turn to face the spirits of the south. We welcome our beloved spirits of the south as we offer you our cacao. We welcome in the spirit of water, the warmth of the noonday sun. We welcome in our relation, the snake, who teaches us how to shed the old ways, to be in flow with the energy of the earth, and to evolve into the spirits that we were born to be. Beloved ones, we welcome you. And now we turn to the spirits of the west. Beloved spirits of the west, we welcome you. We welcome the dusk and the setting sun, and we celebrate the people we've already become. And we ask that spirit of Mama Jaguar come and guides us in to the sacred space of the lower realm so that we may face any shadows that we need to face today, so that we can bring them into the light to be more conscious and to heal. Beloved ones, we welcome you. And now we turn to our beloved spirits of the north. Beloved spirits of the north, we welcome you. We welcome the night and the bright moon shining. We welcome the air and clarity of thought. And we welcome Hummingbird, who teaches us to trust the journey, to trust the path, and to only accept the best in our lives. Beloved ones, we welcome you. This is also the place where we can invite in the ancestors from our Mayan tradition. So, beloved ancestors, we welcome you too. Those who have passed already before us and those who are yet to be born, please help us to be in the right place in the right time and do everything that we were born to do here on our journey through life. We welcome you. Then we connect in with the earth beneath our feet. You might want to reach down and touch the earth as you connect in with her to feel her more closely to you. If we were doing this outside, we would definitely be wanting to connect to the earth. So however you want to connect with her now intellectually, just tune in to Mother Earth beneath your feet as we invite in Mother Earth and offer her our cacao today. And we thank you for giving us this cacao in the first place. And we also wish to welcome in all our earth relations, the plant people, the stone people. We want to welcome in the animals of the air, the land, and the water. We want to welcome in the bacteria, the viruses, the mushrooms, and everything that makes up this amazing experience of living on Earth. And we offer our apology for all the destruction that we've caused throughout our time on Earth, some of it conscious, some of it not conscious, but also to help us to become more conscious so that we may live in harmony once again with all our relations. Beloved Mother and all our earth relations, we welcome you. Now we tune into the energies above us and around us. Firstly, Father Sky. Father Sky, we welcome you to our ceremony today, and we thank you for the breath of life and the winds of change, the blue skies and the greys. We offer you our cacao today. And we also wish to welcome in our cosmic relations. So we call in Grandmother Moon and Grandfather Sun, the star nations, and all of our cosmic relations. We welcome you into our space today to guide us, to protect us. And the last spirit we call upon is Great Spirit. This is the connection energy that we have to creation, the creative energy that flows through all that is and the spaces in between. We invite you to be here, present in our ceremony, to help us to connect up with the element of fire today, so that we may hear what fire has to teach us, so that we may experience any healing that fire has to offer us. Beloved ones, we welcome you. Okay, so now we've called in our 7 directions. You can start drinking your cacao. And I want to talk you through the process that we're going to be going on as we journey. So to do a shamanic journey, I will be guiding you the majority of the way, but I will also leave you to journey a little bit within your own imagination, to explore your imagination by yourselves with the assistance of the gongs, holding that space for us. To begin, I will be inviting you to relax your body. So in a moment, once we've drunk the cacao, then we'll all get comfortable, we'll lay down and close our eyes, and then I'll guide you through relaxing the physical body step by step from the top of the head down to the tips of the toes. Then we are going to be imagining that our mind is expanding with a little white light in the center of our mind. We're just going to allow it to expand into the space. And this little white light in the center of our mind represents our third eye consciousness. So we're expanding it. We're allowing it to expand into our body. We're going to expand it into the environment around us. And then we draw it back again. And then we allow this little white light, like Tinkerbell the fairy in the Peter Pan stories, to go on a journey. So she flies, or he or she or them, they fly out of the top of our heads, and they go on a journey out into the spirit of the place in nature that you would like to begin your journey. So I want this to be a real place in reality. So this could be your garden right out the door. It could be a garden you used to go to as a child. Maybe you have a particular affinity for a garden that was very magical when you were a child. Perhaps it could be a park, perhaps it could be a mountain or a forest or a field, wherever you would like to go. There are many places that you could begin this journey. The only thing I would suggest is that you don't make it somewhere really busy, like the middle of London. Okay, so go somewhere more naturalistic. Somewhere, there are lots of places in London. For example, some of the journeys I do from Regent's Park, but I imagine that I'm there at like 4:00 in the morning when the gates are closed and it's just me and the plants and the birds and the water journeying together. So wherever you're going, make sure it's a place which is peaceful and empty of humans so that you can focus your intentions. So then when we get to that place, we're going to go into the lower realms. The shamanic experience of reality is broken up into dimensions. So we have this layer of reality, the middle realm. We have the upper realm, which is our higher consciousness, where we meet our spirit guides and the angelic beings. And then we have the lower realm, which is full of the other energies that are available to us to communicate with. So the 5 elements hang out in the lower realm when I communicate with them. We might meet tree spirits or plant spirits or animal spirits there, and they will hold the energy of those archetypal concepts that we are working with. So I'm going to guide you from your place in nature. So your little white lights flow into that place in nature. We land there and then we look for a way to go down. And then we choose the way to go down. Remember, this is your imagination as well. So if it doesn't immediately appear like, da-da, here I am, I'm the porthole into another reality, which is quite normal that it doesn't appear really easily. I imagine it a bit like Alice in Wonderland. So it's like a hole beneath some trees, and I dive down through this hole like it's a fox warren or a fox den. And then I travel down and round, just like Alice in Wonderland does. And I fall out into a cave. And in that cave, I'm going to guide you into this cave in the lower realm. There's going to be the 5 elements waiting for us. And today, fire is going to be our guide and our teacher. So we're going to connect up with fire. Now, this is a part of a series of 5 journeys that we're doing over 5 moons. And so this one in particular is fire. So maybe you would like to do this one on its own, or maybe you can also join us for the other 5 elements as well and see how you experience them all uniquely. Okay, so that's everything I need to share with you on a practical level. Of course, when you finish communing with fire, I will bring you back to your bodies. I'll call you home again. And at that point, I want you to spend a little bit of time digesting, journaling, making sense in any way you can of the story that came through. I really find it incredibly useful to journal and then reflect on the words that I've written in that moment. And I'm sometimes quite surprised at what comes through from that journaling experience. And then if you are part of this as a live ceremony, there will be a Zoom call afterwards that you can log into, and we can all connect and share our experiences together. Okay. So the gongs that we're working with today will also be our assistants. They will be helping you to let go of the chatter of the left brain consciousness. So that left brain is very helpful. It's very helpful in that it gives us lists. It reminds us who we are every day. It tells us what age we are, what we're supposed to be doing tomorrow, what we did yesterday. But our right brain consciousness doesn't need that wittery left brain consciousness to distract it. Our right brain is the brain that will help us to dive down into that lower realm and have that experience, that extrasensory experience, that perception of the fire element, and understand any concepts or healings or stories that it wishes to share with us today. So the gongs will help that left brain to shut down. Don't worry if you have a lot of left brain consciousness still chatting away. Sometimes that happens for the first kind of 10, 20 minutes or so, and then the right brain will take over. So just allow yourself to be in flow with this process as we begin. Expect nothing, and you'll get more out of it no matter what happens. Even if you fall asleep, just trust that you were following my words using your subconscious and that you would have been getting the journey that you needed. Okay, so we will begin. If you would like to, if you haven't finished drinking your cacao, then please continue while we begin, or you can even pause this video till you're ready to join. But I will start guiding us. Just getting the right gong mallet. Okay, so the first thing I want us to do is just to close our eyes. Make yourself really comfortable closing your eyes and start to tune in to your body, giving your body permission to relax. Relaxing from the top of the head all the way down to the tips of the toes. So let's relax our forehead. Let's relax the muscles around our eyes. Let's relax down through the cheeks, the jaw, the mouth, the tongue. Allow that relaxation to spread now down through the neck, through the back of the neck, the front and the sides of the neck, down into the shoulders, down into the arms, out through the hands and the fingers, moving down through the back, the chest, down through the spine, down through the organs of the body, all the way down into the abdomen and the lower abdomen, into the pelvis, down through the hips, into the thighs, into the lower legs, the calves, the shins, passing through the ankles, into the feet and the toes, And now our bodies are a little bit more relaxed. Allow your breathing to slow down and soften. Every time you breathe out, you can relax a little bit more. And now we're going to tune into our mind's eye. So imagine now that your mind is completely empty, like a void in space. Nothing but darkness. Except right in the center, right behind your eyes, between your ears, is a little tiny white light. And that little white light is beginning to get bigger and brighter and bigger and brighter. And it's expanding out into that space in your mind, filling the void with its white light, like a shooting star coming through space. It's getting so big and so bright now, it starts to move down like a river of fire into your neck, your shoulders, down through your arms, all the way down, through your chest, your back, your spine, through the organs of the body. It's moving down through the abdomen, the lower back. It's moving into the pelvis, into the hips, into the thighs. It's moving all the way into the lower legs, the calves, the shins, into the ankles, the feet and the toes. And now that white light expands and it starts to fill up the whole of your aura. The area around you we just cleansed, about an arm's length around you. Now it starts to fill up the space that you're in, the room that you're in. Feel it filling up that space now. And feel into the space, the objects in the space, and your connection to them. Now let's expand out into the environment around us, just into the gardens or the urban environment around you first of all. And now let's go a mile wide, really far. Maybe you're expanding all the way to the local parks around you, or maybe you live in the countryside and you can feel into the trees and the earth beneath your feet and the air above you. Maybe you live by a waterway or an ocean and you can feel into the landscape of the waves or the moving river. And now let's draw our energy back a little bit, first just to the room that we're in. Now let's draw it back around us so it's the aura that we live in, about an arm's length around us. And now let's bring it back to our body so it's the skin that we're in. And now let's allow it to contract a little bit more and a little bit more, all the way up now till it becomes that tiny spot of pure white light in the center of our mind again. Drawing it back all the way now, concentrating that energy, that pure consciousness. Now this little point of consciousness is going to go on a journey for us. So think now about the place it's going to go to, the place in nature, and allow that little white light to fly out through the top of your head, out through your crown chakra, and begin journeying out of the room, either through a window or a door. And then as it leaves the space that you're living in, or resting in, I want you to feel yourself being wrapped up by a golden mist. And the energy of the golden mist is like the wings of angels. It's very protective, and it's warm. And it lifts you higher into the atmosphere, and it carries you gently and safely towards that place in nature. And you're flying across the landscape, the urban environment, the countryside, the water, the rock formations, maybe the forests or the meadows or the farms, all the way to your place in nature. And you see your place in nature coming into view, so you begin your descent like an aeroplane coming into land now. You begin your descent into that space. And your feet touch the ground now, and you begin to feel the landscape. The golden mist subsides so that you can feel it more intensely, you can see it with more clarity. And you look around you for a way to go down into the lower realm, Remembering your intention now, let's state our intention 3 times. We're going on a journey into the lower realm to meet the spirit of fire. We're going on a journey into the lower realm to meet the spirit of fire. We're going on a journey into the lower realm to meet the spirit of fire. So let's start that journey now. If you haven't already found your way to go down, then create it with your imagination. Maybe it could be a door in a tree or a rock or a cave or a hole in the ground. And let's go down now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Start your descent now into the lower realm. Down that tunnel, you feel yourself falling or journeying, going down and round, deeper and deeper into the lower realm. Falling and falling until you feel your feet now touch the ground again. And you feel yourself come into contact with the earth. You notice that you're in the lower realm. And you notice that you've come out in a cave. And in that cave, waiting for you with smiles on their faces are the 5 elements of earth, air, fire, water, and ether. And today, we've chosen to connect with the spirit of fire. And so fire knows why you're here. And fire stands up and takes you deeper into the cave where you can commune and spend some time together alone. The fire has many messages, many gifts to offer us. And fire may begin explaining to you what their gifts are. You can ask questions of fire. You may want to ask for advice. You may want to ask for healing. Or you may wish to ask how to balance the fire energy within you so that you can live a healthy, happy, successful life for you, whatever that looks like. So I'm going to leave you now with the spirit of fire to explore your connection. I'm going to hold you with the sounds of the gong in this space. So allow yourself to drift into deep states of consciousness. The goal within our shamanic journey is to stay awake, but also deeply dreaming. So if you start to drift off too deeply, but you want to remain more conscious, you can change your position, perhaps sit up supported rather than lying down. And I will call you back to your body in a little while, giving you enough time to explore and experience the fire element in this way. it will be time for us to come home to our body. So if you have any other requests, any other questions for the Spirit of Fire, then please make use of the next few moments. Reconnecting to fire, reconnecting to your mission. Asking for any clarity that you need from the messages that you've already received. Thank the Spirit of Fire for the guidance, the healing, the wisdom that they've shared with you today. And then you can begin your journey back into the cave where you first came out into the lower realms with fire. And you see the other 4 elements sitting around the fire. As fire sits down with them, you prepare to leave. And I start to call you home. You can feel your body pulling you home like you're a kite on a string being reeled in. And you can feel yourself being pulled up this time, up and round and up and round. Higher and higher and higher, up through the layers of the earth, all the way back into the middle realm. You pop through the crust of the earth and back into your place in nature. And there the golden mist is waiting for you, and it scoops you up and carries you high up into the sky. And you journey across the landscape, across the fields, the farms, the rivers, the mountains, the valleys, all the way back to the landscape where you recognize your home, the place where you've left your body today for this journey. And you start to come down like an aeroplane coming into land in the space just outside where your body is resting. And as you land on the ground outside you, the golden mist subsides and you're ready to come back into the space. So you come back into the room or the space where your body is resting. You see your body there. And you lovingly step back down through your crown chakra into your body, into your energy field. And you welcome yourself home from your long journey. And now it's a good idea to spend the next few minutes recalling any experiences, any messages, any symbols, any stories that you experienced in that moment of journeying with me, the gongs, and the Spirit of Fire. If you have a journal, then please record it as much as you can, in as much detail as you can. And that may be enough for you today. And if you are joining us as part of the live ceremony today on the new moon, then please do join me through the Zoom link for a circle where we can integrate. There is no demand on you to speak, but you are invited all to speak and express your experience, your own journey. We all learn from each other. You may prefer not to speak today. You may prefer just to come and enjoy the company of others and listen to their stories and how they experience this journey. And I will be welcoming you. And I will also be telling you about my journey that I went on with the Spirit of Fire, so that you can gather any wisdom that I have to offer from that journey as well. So before we go, because we have been into the lower realm, it's always a good idea to cleanse our energy field before we close the sacred space together. And then you're free to get on with the rest of your day or the rest of your evening, wherever you are in time and space. And let's begin that process now. So gather your energy from your heart again in your hands. So hands in front of the heart, filling up with love and light, scoop that energy up, open up to the universe, giving that energy to the universe. We allow the universe to shower us with love and light. And now we pour that energy all the way over the outer layer of our energy field, giving it to the earth, thanking the earth for taking it off us. Now coming back to the heart, filling up with love and light into those hands, scooping it up, offering it up to the universe. And now the universe showers us with love and light, and we bring that love and light all the way through the emotional layer, the middle layer of the energy field, all the way down to the earth. Wonderful. Okay. Now coming back to our heart, we gather the energy from our heart, we scoop it up, we carry it up over our heads, offering it up to the universe. The universe showers us with love and light, and we bring that energy all the way through the physical layer, cleansing away any sticky energy that we picked up when we went into the lower realm. Thank you, Mother Earth, for taking it off us. Now we do this when we go into the lower realm, because the lower realm is a mix of energies. There are some lovely light energies and there are some heavier energies. So we want to make sure that we come back as pure as possible. Okay. So now we're going to close the sacred directions. I am going to grab my rattle to do this. So this is a rattle that I have made with 405 stones that I've collected. And the 405 stones it's a Lakota tradition, and it represents the 405 spirit guides that we have to work with. And perhaps one of them is the fire element. So it does feel like quite a fiery energy, although it's made from stones that I found next to the ocean. So it has a blend of energies, but it feels like quite a fiery energy, a rattle generally. So let's say thank you to all the spirits that joined us as we move around our circle in the same way as we opened. And then we will close our ceremony for today. Beloved spirits of the East, we thank you. We thank the fire, the rising sun, the dawn, this opportunity to rebirth and transform ourselves. And we thank the spirit guide eagle who helped us to fly high and see with the eagle eyes what we need to see today. Beloved ones, we release you. Ho. Now we turn to the spirits of the South. Beloved spirits of the South, we thank you. We thank the day and the warmth of the sun. We thank the water energies. And we thank the spirit of Snake who shows us how to shed the old ways, to transform the way that she does, and to work with the rhythms of the earth. Beloved ones, we thank you and release you. Ho. Now we tune into the beloved spirits of the West. Beloved spirits of the West, we release you. And we thank you for joining us in ceremony today. We thank the dusk and the setting sun. And we celebrate the people we've already become. And we thank Mama Jaguar who helped us journey through those lower realm landscapes today so that we can face our shadow like a brave warrior, bringing that shadow into the light to become more conscious for healing. Beloved ones, we thank you. Beloved spirits of the North, we thank you and release you. We thank the night and the bright moon shining. We thank the air and clarity of thought. And we thank Hummingbird for joining us today, for reminding us to trust the path, for reminding us to only accept the best in our lives. And we thank our ancestors who joined us in ceremony today. Beloved ones, we thank you and release you. So we have completed the horizontal plane. Now let's go down beneath our feet, connecting to Mother Earth beneath us. We thank our dear Mother Earth for joining us in ceremony today. We thank you for everything you give to us, the food, the shelter, and all our earth relations. We thank you too, the plants, the people, the animals, the viruses, the mushrooms, the bacteria, the stone people. We thank you all and we love you and release you from this ceremony today. And tuning into Father Sky, we thank you, Father Sky, for the breath of life, the winds of change, the blue skies and the grey. And we thank Grandmother Moon and Grandfather Sun and the star nations and all of our cosmic relations. We thank you and release you. And lastly, we connect up to Great Spirit, the creation energy that flows through all that is and all the spaces in between. We thank you for joining us in ceremony, for connecting us up to the element, the spirit of fire. Thank you so much for all that you bring to us and for giving us this experience of consciousness in this moment. Beloved ones, we thank you all. And we release you. And I release you too, so you are now free to go on with your day or evening. I really enjoyed this ceremony. The gongs played beautifully. I hope you enjoyed them too. And I'd love to hear from you, whether you would like to join me afterwards on the Zoom call or whether you'd like to just leave me a little comment underneath or send me a message through the infinite portals that there are to communicate with people these days. I hope to see you in ceremony again very soon. Thank you for joining me.